Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here, and welcome to another haul video. Today I'm going to be sharing everything that I got at the second Peddler Mall that is right around the corner from my house. So this is a combined haul from, I think, 2 different trips to this particular Peddler's Mall. I do like to give vendors at least a month to refresh and restock their booth, just so that way it's different each time that I go. So this is from 2 different trips. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what I was able to grab. As I was unwrapping everything, I noticed I bought this cuff bracelet, and I'm like, well, why did I buy that? So this was for somebody, H.R. Bob Haldeman, and after looking at it again, I realized that this was made on my birthday, just 22 years before I was born, so April 30th, 1973, and I thought that that was very cool, rather unusual, well, for me anyway. So there is a marking right there. I can't remember. It says something 73 nickel silver. I did do a screenshot and zoomed in so you all can see the marking better. So I'll insert the picture right here for you to see. So I thought that was really cool. I also grabbed this Porter's Pain King Salve tin. I don't know if this has a year on it or not. Looks like somebody originally was asking $18. I didn't pay anywhere near that. So I paid, I think, yeah, I paid $5 for this. So it said the price was 25 cents. 5 boxes for $1. The Rundle Company in Piqua, Ohio. But I loved the design on that, and that just looks fantastic. So I could not leave that behind. From that same vendor, I also found some tweed compressed powder, Lentheric. I don't remember if this has any value to it. It has been a while since I've bought this stuff. So of course I need to, redo my research, because I know I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't worth something. I have a thing for the Day of the Dead sugar skulls, and anytime I can find them, I like to pick them up. It is that terracotta enamel painted, and I want to say I got this for like, maybe it was like 40% off. I do know that people like these as well, so anytime I can find them for a good deal, I will pick them up. This toy here, believe it or not, is a hard-to-find Marks toy, and that's why I paid $30 for it. I can't remember off the top of my head who it is, but here is the Marks label, or the stamp, made in Japan. I believe that's for 1963, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what that is. I think that's 1963. But I think I could probably double that. Double the 30, or maybe just a little bit more than double the $30. So let me take the tweed out of here. This was really interesting to me. I found an amethyst goblet, or almost looks like a ice cream or like a sherbet cup. But it's a beautiful purple. Unfortunately, some of the gold has worn off on it. But I thought that that was really cool. And definitely different. I also got some of the talc boxes. I found Lady Esther talc, made in Chicago. Made in Chicago. And there's still some in here, and there's no lid, so I'm probably going to have to dump this out. But I liked the design of the fans and everything. I cannot remember if I looked these or this one up. Like I said, it's been a while since I have, seen this stuff. It's probably been a couple of months. I did find some Palmolive aftershave talc that was made by the Colgate and Palmolive company. Still very well alive today. And yeah. So these, if they aren't worth my time to go on eBay, they are going to end up in an industrial sale that Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, and I will be doing. I feel I need to message her, and I've been saying that in my last few videos, but yeah. So I'll let you all know when that's going to be. This I thought was really cool. This booth was 75% off. This is a shower / bath soap. This was made by Schulten, and it's soap on a rope, and it's in the shape of a lady. Never been used. It's just been sitting in the box all these years, and I think this vendor was moving out, so that's why the prices were so good, or the sale was so good. So I thought that was neat, and I decided to take that off of her hands. I have actually been on the hunt for this Band-Aid tin with the lady on it. It's very 1960s. I love finding tins with like an image of a lady or a gentleman. I just think it's really cool, and it adds to the age. Like, you can definitely tell this is 1960s just based on the way she's dressed, her hairstyle, and things like that. So I thought that was really cool, and I was thrilled to find that. So running with the industrial themed items, I did find this really awesome silver polish by Stan Home. Definitely has age, because look at the graphic of that lady. Liquid silver polish. Just says made in the US. It doesn't say a year or anything. But I love the contrast of that blue and the white and the silver. That's just awesome. I also found some of this turpentine, Great Seal, Gum Spirits turpentine, in its original bottle, full. And I don't know if it'll show on here, but it looks like this. Oh no, that's not the Owens, Illinois marking. But yeah, that was really cool. I also grabbed this new old stock set of soapettes. Here's the bottom. I like the idea of gathering old bathroom items and putting them in like a old medicine cabinet, just to add some like really cool or a cool look to a bathroom. I actually have an old medicine cabinet that I bought at a Habitat for Humanity restore, and I think the day that I bought it, it was on sale for $2.50. So it comes with all the shelving, the glass shelving and everything, so when I get my own place, I'll definitely be putting that up, and you can open it up and see all the cool old stuff, because, the old talc tins and they're out there. It's not like it's a hard thing to find. Granted, there are some that are harder to find than others, but they are out there. I loved this, and I thought this would be great to put out at summertime. Solarine metal polish. That's just really cool. That does not have a date on it, and it does not even have a zip code, so that's before 1963, I think. So that was awesome. I loved the look of this Echo medicated powder. After opening it up, or unwrapping it, I noticed that there is tape all over the label. So I'm either going to have to be really, really careful taking this off with a hairdryer, or I'm just going to leave it as is, so that way it does not get ruined. So we will see what happens. That is full, and I did get this for 40% off. One second. All right. So of course you all know I like to find the old perfumes or just perfume in general to sell. This is that's not even focused. I'm sorry. This is called Helena Rubinstein. I cannot remember the name of the scent. Maybe it says it on the bottom. Heaven Sent by Helena Rubinstein. I think that this is a harder scent to come by. I got it for a really good deal, and that should sell for some good money. So this is a Czechoslovakian vase. This came out of a booth that was 75% off. I love the designs, and I think these are meant to be stems. And here is the Czechoslovakian mark. So I think that was like 75% off, like I mentioned. I know that people collect these kinds of vases, and they look great spring, summer, and into fall because of the brown. I also found this piece. That's not really in focus very well, but it's a vase. I think it's by Northwood, if I'm not mistaken. It was 50% off. So it just looks like a stem of some sort. Forgive me. But it's got like a ruffled top, iridescent, marigold. So I thought that was really cool. And even this mortar and pestle, funny enough, if you all have been following me long enough, I've told the story about how I thought these were called mortar and pedestals. But I really wanted it for the glass mortar. I think this is the mortar and that's the pestle. Or that's the mortar, this is the pestle. I have no idea at the moment. But this one is glass, and I think this one was used in photo labs, or like, you know, with all the, or the chemistry lab is probably what I'm thinking, the glass ones. But, you know, you can sterilize those and you can use them to grind up seasonings and stuff. I don't know if the marble piece is old. They still make these. And funny enough, we saw them at Marshall's. Oh, that is heavy. But I love having a mortar and pestle around because I make my noodles, the Asian noodle recipe that I shared with you all. And I grind up the toasted sesame seeds in that, and it works like a charm. What else do we have here? Oh yes, I have no idea if this writes, but I love it because I have a black kitty cat. It's one of those fun, funky pens that punches. Got it for a couple dollars. I may have to test it out on some paper and see if it actually still works, but I thought it was cute. This is a rather harder to find basket that, from what I find, I think this is made by Lefton, or was made by Lefton. It's a basket, and it's got an angel on it with the month of August. So I think that was 30% off. So I will more than likely be adding that to my eBay store, depending on value. I bought this really cool Christmas carols booklet that was issued by a bank. I just love the graphics and everything. I don't normally go for sheet music or like this kind of thing, but when I opened it up and looked at the inside of it, I just fell in love with it. So I couldn't leave that. And look at that Santa. You just cannot beat those graphics, can you? I also grabbed a set of these anthropomorphic, looks like a stinky garlic salt and pepper shakers. Looks like they were made by Alberta. I don't know if that's probably a ceramic company. Yep, Alberta Garlic, Mr. Stinky. And those were 50% off. I love these. I've had my eye on them for a while, so I was thrilled to get them for a half off offering. And then I got this. They classify it as a necklace. It's by Ralph Lauren, or Ralph Lauren, depending on how you pronounce it. And I don't know if it's a necklace or if it's a like a belt almost. Like, you know how some ladies will wear like a chain around their waist. And I just thought that was really, really interesting. And I think I also did look that up in the store as well to see what it was. But it was something I'd never seen before, and I decided to take a chance on it. So those were some fun finds, don't you think? And the final two items I'd like to share with you all from my trip to this Peddler's Mall is I found this tin, and I really, really liked the flower design on it. It's just very bright and colorful. This was probably made in the 1970s. Flower Power. Well, Flower Power was also kind of the late 60s too, wasn't it? But I loved that. I mean, just look how bright those colors are. And that's what initially attracted me to it. I just thought it was awesome. So I had to pick that up. And then the only other item that I had to take with me when I saw it was this stuffed beaver made by Gund. It's not old. It's a Kohl's Care plush. If you all haven't shopped Kohl's before, they have a special program, I think, that helps with sick children, I think. I think that's what it's for. Let me take the tag off real quick. Yeah, I think it goes towards helping children with sicknesses and who are in the hospital. But I saw this guy and I was like, I have not ever seen a stuffed beaver before. And I just realized how bad that sounded. I have a lot of jokes that I can play with this special little guy here. I paid $4 for him. I think the Kohl's Care plushes run for about $5 in the store, depending on if you donate them or if, let's see. I think they are about $5 each. Usually they say on here. Oh, in this case it doesn't. Either way, I think it's awesome. And I gladly paid $4 because, you know, I don't see a lot of stuffed animals that are beavers. So I thought this was a fun one, and I was glad to help support a small business. And it's brand new with the tags, so that's a plus. So I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it as usual. Make sure you thumb up the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you click that bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when new videos are uploaded or when I go live. If items are eBayable, they will be up for grabs in my eBay store, hopefully by the time this video goes up. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.